did you think of the Rockets' composure in that final couple minutes to get the comeback win?
Yeah, I think we defended at a high level. You know, they came out strong in the start of the fourth, but kind of held them in check last 3 or 4 minutes. And then offensively, we got to the spots that we wanted. The shots were the guys we wanted. Spacing was good. And then when we didn't get it, offensive rebounds were really good in the second half. But night and day difference from the first half, turnovers 12 to only 6 in the second half. That was a huge emphasis going into the second half.
How important was Alpe's physicality down the stretch?
That was great on both ends. He guarded Giannis one-on-one pretty much. They tried to set some screens, and he beat him to the spot underneath. Made it tough on him, wore on him a little bit, and then offensively going back at him. Obviously, the big three-point play late where he handled the ball and was under control, threw some pressure. But I think him and KD really played well off each other, found the matchup that they each liked, and obviously he came through big in the fourth quarter throughout.
Reed worked a lot on his defense this summer. He said there were a lot of workouts where he wouldn't even touch a ball for the first 45 minutes. Days like today, when you see the defensive impact, what have you seen from Reed?
Yeah, he's getting more comfortable and confident. Teams are trying to go after him at times and holding up a little bit more, and then just recognizing some of the coverages that we're putting him in. So he's a guy that has to come in and impact the game on both ends. And when teams try to take advantage of him there, I think he's quick to recognize who to help off of, who to crowd, and even bigger guys were asking him to kind of shoulder the load a little bit there and switch on to some bigger matchups. And so first time he got in, got driven once, but other than that, I think he was really steady. Obviously, he got great hands and got a lot of balls that led to transition baskets.
Just how much does Steven Adams mean to you guys?
Yeah, he's huge. I mean, when you see our 20 offensive rebounds, he has 5 of those, but it's nothing that's always going to show on the stat sheet. It's the impact that he has. He frees up for everybody else. One of our best screen setters, most cerebral guys, and just kind of has a calming presence out there. So whether we're in man or in zone, his communication is always on point. And, 5 offensive rebounds seems like a big number. It's kind of the average for him, but he frees up everybody else to kind of get loose and get going.
You mentioned the 20 offensive rebounds. That's obviously a theme with you guys, but I guess how much do you think that physicality just kind of wears on teams throughout games?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to defend certain guys, and then you're guarding the majority of the shot clock, and then you give up one. And a lot of times those lead to kick out threes or easy putbacks, and kind of demoralizing a little bit. And so we understand what our strengths are, and teams are going to try to combat that. So Steven, like I said, he takes up 2 or 3 guys most of the time, and it's free lanes for other guys to clean up. And that's been one of our mantras. Last year we were number 1, and we want to increase those numbers this year.
How did you guys adjust from the turnovers from the first quarter, and what did you guys talk about in the locker room in the half?
Yeah, we showed at half just penetrating 1 or 2 too many dribbles. Keep it simple. When the double teams come, we know that's happening a lot lately, and just have to be strong with the ball, especially after the last game. So it was a little disappointing to have 12 for 21 points in the first half. And we knew if we were going to give ourselves a chance in this game, it was going to be taking care of the ball. And so a conscious effort for guys to make the simple play. And we only had 6 in the second half, 3 each quarter. And so cleaned that up, gave ourselves a chance. And then, like I said, if we're getting shots up and getting these offensive rebounds, we kind of wear on teams. And so it's a big emphasis for us all year to take care of the ball.
Given that Alperen and Giannis are 2 of the best European players in the league right now, they met at Eurobasket this summer, did you get the feeling that for Alpe it fired him up even more for this matchup tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's a pride over there in those competitions that they've seen each other for a lot of years. Alpe tries to go at everybody every night, and, so I don't think that's anything out of the ordinary for him. But the fact that they have familiarity with each other and have played each other quite a bit, I think anytime you see the matchups with Doncic and those guys, it's a little more extra to it. And but at the same time, they're just 2 of the best players on every team going at it. And so he takes pride in that, wanted to guard him down the stretch, and did a good job on both ends.
Thanks, Coach.